Chair.
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Yeah, Mr Chair, thank you very much. Can I also acknowledge the previous speaker's contribution, the Honourable Damien O'Connor, someone that knows a lot about horticulture from his own electorate, and someone that thinks that the meat industry needs to be rationalised and thinks this would be a great model. Of course, what he doesn't talk about is the importance of primary growth partnership initiatives, where the meat industry have come together on several programs and actually proving to be doing and achieving a lot in regards to collaboration. But importantly, back onto this bill, the New Zealand Horticulture Export Authority Amendment Bill, can I thank the Primary Production Select Committee for the great work that they did under the leadership of the Chair, Ian McKelvey. This is a very important bill, and as the previous speaker has already mentioned, HEA, as it is well known, has a proud history of around 29 years, and it works, the framework works overall very well, and this will indeed allow it to be modernised. But before I take you through the bill, I think it's important to realise that the horticulture industry is in really good shape. Exports to around 100 countries. Indeed, when we look back in 1989, their export earnings were worth around $1 billion, and now we think about what they've grown to, which is around $3.5 billion, and MPI is forecasting by 2025 that indeed it'll be about $5 billion of exports. So the bill will update the New Zealand Hort Export Authority Act of 1987 and make some of the key provisions in the Act more flexible and clearer for the industries. There's 9 active product groups currently involved. The Act is critical for the horticulture sector. Most of the industries in the sector are indeed small, but with many producers and exporters, it allows them to get involved and collaborate in their market opportunity of their products. This is indeed enabling legislation. Producers and exporters decide when to come into this framework, and once under the framework, they decide on the overall marketing strategies for their export produce. Grade standards are a key component of their marketing strategy. Now, indeed, I do have an SOP in my name on the table here this evening, number 247. After consulting with the authority, and indeed I think there was some confusion by the authority when they came in to talk to the Select Committee about indeed whether it should be fees or levies or both. The bill that we are debating this evening is focused on fees, and the authority now recognises the fact that they want to indeed have the levy mechanism in the Act. So this SOP under my name 247, that I believe will get widespread support from the House, will indeed enable the authority to collect levies from product groups, which they currently do under contract, but it will be in the legislation. So I commend this bill and this SOP to the House, and once again I thank the Primary Production Select Committee for the great work that they have done.
Mr Chair.